Hello again, class. This is Mrs. Politsky, and I've got notes for Chapter 14, Section 3, Scandinavia. Here we go. Number 1. The Vikings were Scandinavian warriors who raided Europe and the Mediterranean during the early Middle Ages. Vikings conquered the British Isles, Finland, and parts of France, Germany, and Russia. By the 800s, they had established settlements in Iceland and later Greenland. Leif Erikson became the first European to reach North America, primarily what would now be the part of Canada known as Newfoundland, around the year 1000. Numbers 2 and 3. Scandinavia's location helped the Vikings become good warriors because they were excellent sailors due to their nearness to the sea, and they were able to launch attacks by boat. By the 1100s, Viking raids ended and powerful chiefs had built kingdoms. Denmark, by the 1300s, ruled a union of all Scandinavian kingdoms and territories. Over time, Sweden and Finland left this union. Norway would eventually be controlled by Sweden. Numbers 4 and 5. Scandinavian countries would gain their independence in the 1900s, starting with Sweden, Finland, and Iceland. Today, the people of Scandinavia have similar political views, languages, and religion unites this region. A lot of folks in Scandinavia happen to be Lutherans. It enjoys one of the highest standards of living in the entire world. Number 6. The largest and most populous country in Scandinavia is Sweden. 80% of all Swedes will live in urban areas. Stockholm is the capital and largest city of Sweden. It is also called a floating city because it was built on 14 islands and part of the mainland. Sweden has been a neutral country for almost 200 years. Sweden's neutrality has affected its international standing because countries and organizations like the United Nations have asked their help to provide neutral observers or peacekeepers. Number 7, 8, and 9. Denmark is the smallest nation of Scandinavia. It is densely populated with roughly 325 people per square mile. Denmark produces agricultural products of meat and dairy. It also has iron, steel, and textile and electronics industries. Greenland is a territory of Denmark, even though it is geographically part of North America. Much of Greenland is uninhabitable, with the exception of the southwest coast. Norway has one of the largest or longest coastlines in the world. Oslo is its capital and industrial center. Norway's economy may face challenges over the next century because of its oil fields are expected to run dry, and it will need to replace energy sources and income from oil. And just a little side note, uh, Lego has its headquarters and was founded in the country of Denmark. And just recently, the news has been announced that Lego, for the first time in its history as a company, will be headed by an individual who is not Danish. Numbers 10 and 11. Finland's capital and largest city is Helsinki. Paper and forest products are a major part of their exports. Shipbuilding and electronics are important industries. Iceland has fertile farmland along its coast and produces potatoes and vegetables. The fishing industry accounts for 70% of Iceland's exports. Tourists come to Iceland to see the country's many geysers, volcanoes, and glaciers. Thank you so much.